With a lot of excitement surrounding the upcoming first season of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there is a lot of talk of what inspired this series and how they got to where they are with it. And today, the head writer of the show talks about the first time he witnessed a black Captain America, and what a huge moment it was for him. And I guess this is sort of also a early confirmation, even though we all know it's happening, that the Falcon will in fact dress up and put on the Captain America outfit. It's just another confirmation. And this time it's a recent interview with EW with the head writer Malcolm Spellman, who talks about seeing Captain America suited up, and specifically talking about Sam Wilson transitioning into that role. And he says that when he wrote it and when they eventually got to see it, that it was a huge moment for him. And this is what he says, and I quote, "The idea of whether or not a black man could become Captain America just felt like a huge moment and a huge opportunity." End quote. And you kind of get what he's saying. It's a interesting time in the world, and I suppose it's always been. And this is something that's always been reflected in Captain America comics. They're always comics that center around the political climate of the United States, what is going on, and directly tackle and reflect those issues. From the character's inception to the latest issues, he's always been a political character. You can't take that away from Captain America because his name is Captain America. So there's a lot of people that understand that, and there's a lot of people that will say you shouldn't put politics into comics or something like pushing agendas, but it doesn't make sense when you're talking about Captain America. So I 100% understand what he's saying, that it felt like a huge moment, because it's a moment that in the comics is something that happens, and it's something that carries on a completely different tone and story that accompanies that character, that accompanies Sam Wilson. And it looks like they're probably going to tackle some of those things in the first season, but also beyond that with continued appearances of Sam Wilson. And it gives me hope that maybe they can look into the comics. And like he says, for example, it felt like a huge moment because it's this day and age. And we live in a day and age where a black person could become Captain America, and it feels like a huge moment and a huge opportunity to tackle issues today. Again, you can't disagree with that, because if we just look at it, it's the evolution of how things have changed since Captain America was first created to where Captain America is now. It's a completely different world in many ways.